Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mad Father. In the last episode, I completed the entirety of the main game, seeing all 3 endings available, and, well, spoiler alert, none of them are too particularly happy. At least as far as I'm concerned, especially with the true ending, where I manages to survive along with, her father's assistant. But in spite of everything that happened, losing her home, losing her parents, all that, and learning the awful truth that her father had in store for her, Aya grew up, opened a clinic of her own, and, well, the little stinger at the end of that kind of left the implication that she's continuing her father's work. Nothing definite, but strongly hinted nonetheless, and I can't say I'm too pleased with that, but I mean, well, yeah, it's just unfortunate all around. But there's still one more part of this game I have yet to check out, and that's this if thing right here. I believe this is a additional scenario that was added to the game when it was remade for Steam, similar to a Maseo Definitive Edition. Now, going by the name, I'm assuming it simply is just a what-if scenario and simply isn't canon to any of the other endings, especially the true end of the main game. So I probably can just go ahead and disregard these events, but nevertheless, I'm going to check them out and see what happens in them regardless. So let's go ahead and get that started. Mistress. Mistress! Mistress, please, come to. Is she alright? So this is taking place right around the events of the true ending of the main game. Okay. She seems to have fainted from shock. Mistress. How's Aya? So we aren't burning the house down then. Okay. She's sleeping soundly. Just leave her be for a while. Right. Will you be alright? Don't worry about me. I mean, I'm already dead. Are you truly a dead person? Huh? I'm sorry. You just seem different from the other corpses somehow. Well, he's not exactly dangerous. I still sense life in your eyes, so it's hard to think of you as dead. Well, it feels pretty unbelievable to me that I'm up and about right now, too. I'm sorry about before. I mistook you for an attacker, so I impulsively threw a knife. Don't worry about it. I probably would have done the same thing. Thank you for saying so. Maria. Mistress! Let's stay together. Mistress. Is she awake? No. I think she was talking in her sleep. Wait a minute, I think I recognize that line of dialogue that I just said. I think it's from the true ending. So, is she basically dreaming the events of the true ending? And now there's a plot twist. What are we going to do now, I wonder? Not to mention you. We corpses are only being kept alive by the power of the curse. Once it's completely gone, I'm sure I'll vanish. I see. Even when you helped us so, I can't do anything for you. I'm truly sorry. Don't sweat it. This was always my fate, and no one can defy fate. Where would you be going? Feels weird sticking around in a girl's room. Can I borrow one of the other ones? I don't mind. Use any room that's available. Thanks. You have to live and protect Aya. That's your fate. That was Monica's wish, too. Which is why you were left here, I bet. You need not worry. I've already decided that I must live to support the mistress. I'm in control of you now, huh, Dio? Definitely an unexpected change in perspective. I think I'll look at the other rooms. Yeah, this place is still bloody and messy like before. I think this goes down to the basement. I'll check the other rooms. Fine, man. Let's go to the cafeteria. What are you up to here? Ah, my. How good to see you're safe. Has that knife wound healed up already? You appear to have recovered quite well. Thanks to that medicine of yours. Good. Who in the world are you? You're not from this mansion, and you don't seem dead to me. I'm just a passing salesman. I don't believe you, you know. I probably never will. Unless the plot demands. I've witnessed some amusing sights indeed tonight. Love is truly a magnificent thing, isn't it? For love, people will become crazed, fighting and hurting each other. How foolish and how pleasing. You're enjoying all this. And if I said I was, the hell is your goal? I have no goal, so to speak. So you just like watching people just create chaos, then? Okay. I just enjoy observing deranged humans. You're not human, are you? Well, kind of already guessed that ever since the day I first saw you. But as of late, I've gotten a bit bored of mere observation. So you're just basically intervening wherever you see fit and just influencing things to specific directions that you want to take them. Towards what end exactly? Well, maybe you'll tell us. I decided to find some new amusement. Indeed, perhaps I, like he, would take part in a puppet show. Oh, shut up! Now you know. I like virtuous humans like yourself as well. It wouldn't be entertaining if this world were full of nothing but lunatics. It is the presence of good people that allows lunatics to shine. Such is why I didn't let you die. So if you would, please, stand against the madman with your justice. When the time comes for it, I'll be watching closely. Is my life just a joke to you? Just a sitcom for you to watch? I don't approve, ogre. I don't approve at all. Not cool. Still can't go out that way. Still not gonna play your drums again? Doesn't look like it. Maybe I can just go to the backyard. Charm Encyclopedia. Boy birthing charm? Girls are cute, but sometimes you just want a healthy boy. For this, use the boy birthing charm. The charm is very simple. First, make your bed covers an old blue color. Then just pray every night before bed. This alone increases the chance of birthing a boy. Isn't that wonderful? Sounds too easy. So, if I want to give birth to, let's say, an attack chopper, do I need to make my bed sheets like a specific shade of color that matches said attack helicopter I want to give birth to? And then just pray every night, and then fast forward 8 months later, I'll spontaneously pop out an attack chopper? That'd be pretty cool. Painful as hell, I'm sure, but cool nonetheless. Hey, I recognize you. That's a very unsanitary tub to be bathing in. The youngster, eh? You first came here as a servant too, I'll bet. Same for me. But I wasn't like the others. I was taken in to be a servant, not as raw materials. That was back when the woman was alive. As I worked here, I came to learn the true nature of this family. I fled in terror, fast as I could, but I couldn't make it away. Though I was pretty clever thought I was pretty clever about it too, but that woman saw right through me. She's scary sharp, she is. A woman who can read minds, can brainwash people no problem. Yeah, she well and truly tricks you. Do you mean to imply Monica brainwashed that scientist? Whatever kind of person she is, her feelings about her daughter are real. She's a fine mother. Ha! Well, what do I care? You can think what you like. Now there's a plot twist. It wasn't Maria that you were referring to in the last few episodes, but rather Monica, dear old mommy dearest, who was murdered by the crazed scientist. Interesting. Oh wait, what did you say? I was saying in this mansion as a human being. Maybe if I hadn't tried running, they wouldn't have killed me after all. Who the hell knows, man? This family isn't exactly sane, as you so elegantly put. I'm sorry, Snowball. You've always been at my side, but I kept thinking I'd be all alone. Will you forgive me? Snowball, too, is a dear member of the family. Okay, I guess you all decide to come out. So how you doing, Aya? Ah, good. You woke up. Yeah. And now you're off to go play with Snowball, I assume. Try not to fall down a cliff. I'm terribly sorry. Your mistress seems a bit shy. We decide to leave the mansion. Right. That sounds good. We're going to leave all our past behind in this mansion. The mistress and I will start on a new life now. Is something the matter? You don't look pleased. Be careful of that red-eyed man in the black coat. What do you mean? Better not to ask that. He's dangerous to even get involved with. Not like I've had a choice. It may even endanger the mistress. Very probable. I'll bear it in mind. Well, this is goodbye. Never mind, I guess she wasn't dreaming this ending after all. Goodbye, Aya. May you be smiled upon. Now, go. But I haven't even had a chance to look around the rest of the mansion yet, man. Goodbye. Or would it not have mattered? life again. My time here was my salvation, even given what happened there. Still, she saved me. Those few days were irreplaceable. Her hands may have been cold, but her heart was so warm. Why did she save me, though? I wish I knew it. I wish I at least knew that. Aren't you going with them? The doll? Guess the curse hasn't worn off completely. Hey, don't you want to go with Aya? Won't you be lonely? I can't be with the two of them. If they learned I was alive, I feel like they'd make me pay. They're trying to move forward, so I can't be dragging them down. So I'll be living on a different path from now. Oh, okay. Suit yourself, I guess. That I will. Hey, do you believe in the string of fate? If you and Aya and Maria are bound by one of those, then you might meet somewhere again. So long as we live in the same world, I can't deny that could happen. If you meet again, what'll you do if Aya's taken the same path as her father? As if I need any other hints that she's indeed done just that. What do you mean? What else would I mean? Don't they say that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree? That's impossible. She knows the subject's pain better than anyone. Which could make her the best candidate to recreate said pain, don't you think? To think she would take the same path as him. I mean, I said if. Well, what'd you do? If that happened, then I would stop her. Could you stop her? I would try to, no doubt. Well, good luck. I'm getting kind of sleepy. I'm going to bed. Good night. Good night. Achievement unlocked. Aya's future. Wait, that's it? That didn't even last like 20 minutes. So basically this thing is just a glorified sequel hook. You know, besides the one that I guess I got at the end of the last episode as a result of me getting all those gems. Which I decided to look up at, by the way. Apparently that's what those gems were for, was seeing that one secret scene at the end showing the doctor recreating the librarian in a very familiar laboratory. Anyway, there is one, I think there's one more achievement, I think, isn't there? Yup, there is. I think I need to replay this again here and explore the rest of the mansion before I set fire to it. Second floor has lots of private rooms. I'll try the first floor. Okay, I guess I can't go do the damn first floor. So what exactly am I supposed to be looking for? I couldn't find anything in the if scenario that could have triggered that last achievement. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go look at again real fast, because the achievements list the conditions on how to unlock them. And as much as I hate the idea of having to possibly consult an achievement here. I'm like right there, you know, from 100% completing this thing. Read Mother's love letter in the second week was what it said. I don't recall ever coming across any love letters, so the only thing I can think about is maybe it's a New Game Plus thing. Yeah, you know what? I'll see if maybe I'll play through the game again and just see if maybe I can find this letter. Was this here before? There's a diary on the floor. No, this is different. My heart is warmed to see my daughter grow up. I caught a rat yesterday and showed it to her, and she was so merry. I could have cried from delight. To think she enjoys it so. Perhaps she resembles her father in curiosity. I look forward to seeing her mature. So I guess there's got to be more of these diary entries lying around somewhere. What the fuck am I going on about? Books don't run around. They fall on your head or your feet, or just sit there. That's all they do. This is new too. Just like my old self. Killing solely out of interest. Then it must run in the family. I guess that's it too. I think I found another one. I found a dead cat in her drawers, hiding in a dresser, exactly as I used to. The girl's sure to follow my same path. She seems to hope for that as well, but I cannot let that happen. If her wish came true, then my treasure, she would be dirtied. Yes, there's no other way than this. I'm sure she won't accept it. But I've already decided, so she won't make the same mistakes as I. I feel like I should know who you're talking about, but I'm drawing a blank here. Follow my same path. The achievement refers to Mother's love letters. If these were all written by her mother, then... Aya, did you kill any cats and stuff them in your drawers? Solve quickly, huh? Convenient. I think that little glowing thing to my bottom left must be another diary entry. Just go ahead and skip through this. There's a letter. I got it! 100% achievements, baby. Why will you not reply? I understand you're busy, but I just want the slightest reply. Do you doubt me, perhaps? My feelings are real. I would never lie about them. I adore you. I love you. Perhaps you'll hate me for writing it, but when I see your madness, my heart flutters. When we first met, you tried to kill me. Just as I was about to die, my heart was pounding. I have never experienced such thrills before. I shiver even thinking back on it. But the feelings are not of fear. They are of love. Because even then, it was you I wanted. Dear God, that old rambling man was right about your mom. She's fucking crazy. But it is still a mystery to me. Why didn't you kill me? I have an idea as to why. Perhaps I am someone special to you. No. Forgive my silly thoughts. I just want you to know my love is genuine. Oh yes. I've included a map to my house with this letter. Please come if you're so inclined. I'm sure my mansion will surprise you. It used to be a base for religious groups, so they left many interesting things here. I would love to show them to you. I'll be waiting always. Monica Drevis. This whole freaking mansion is hers. And that does explain the shrine then. It used to be a base for religious groups. Holy fucking shit. Your dad is crazy. Your mom is apparently even crazier. Maria, well, she's pretty much just going with the flow regardless of who's in charge. If I get the true ending. And you, apparently, follow the same path as your father when you grow up. Or at least it's strongly implied. Especially now that I saw the little if scenario. In retrospect, couldn't we have gotten an ending where just everybody fucking died? Because it just seems to me at this point that that's pretty much the only way that any further tragedies would really be prevented at this point, is if everybody fucking died. Anyway, I'll save the rest of my thoughts for after I beat the game again a second time. Assuming that there's anything new to the ending. No differences whatsoever from what I can tell. None at all. Everybody's some form of crazy, asshole, or both. Every single one of them, except for freaking Dio. Who seems to legitimately mean well. Besides him, nobody in this game is either inherently sympathetic at all, or they lose their sympathy, in my eyes, throughout the story. Maria was somewhat sympathetic until, well, I saw all the horrible crimes that she committed with Aya's father, and, well, what she's undoubtedly allowing Aya to become. As, well, she grew up and all that shit. Aya's mother is apparently the biggest psychopath in the whole house. Because, I mean, she knew full well what kind of monster that Aya's father was, and yet she loved the guy for it. And if the old man is to be believed, she was basically working to create a demon out of Aya. And if the endings are any indication, I think that may very well be what's happening with her. And of course, the Mad Father himself, no redeeming qualities whatsoever. At all, in the end, nothing, zilch. He just simply wanted to turn Aya into yet another one of his doll projects. Any love and affection that he displayed towards Aya was purely for, well, her as a future object of his, rather than genuine parental love. So, as I was saying before, I think it's kind of a tragedy that we don't get an ending where everybody fucking dies. So none of this misery can continue on from any of the endings, whether it be the old man himself doing the research, the quote-unquote research, or most likely Aya herself. And well, you know, her mother's dead, so, I mean, that problem has pretty much been resolved even before the game started proper, so, yeah, I mean, we got that at least, but still. And again, Maria just seems to be going along for the show regardless of who the fuck's doing all the research. So, I can't really root for her in any way either. Lots and lots of innocent people are gonna be cruelly murdered and turned into freaking porcelain. It's really a damn shame where there was no ending where everybody dies and then the rest of the world can just live on in relative peace without having to worry about some asshole called Drevis coming along and just wrecking their shit up. So, despite my now sour feelings towards pretty much all except one of the entire cast, I enjoyed this game. I think I enjoyed it a bit more than I think I enjoyed it more than Miseo. Because while Miseo was indeed a fun game, I kind of like the more horror oriented and tragic feeling tone of the game. I was kind of hoping that I remember saying in the first episode I was kind of hoping that maybe Mad Father would be a more traditional horror experience compared to Miseo, and I'm glad to see I kind of got my wish in the end. I think overall it was a bit easier for me to move on through than solving all Miseo's various puzzles and completing that game, but yeah, I had fun with this one. I totally recommend it. Now, I just wish that the developers would release a DRM-free version of this game on a platform like GOG or itch.io or something. I hate how this version of Mad Father and Miseo Definitive Edition are only Steam exclusives. And I wouldn't mind buying either of them again if they came to either of those other platforms, because I just simply want DRM-free versions of all my games whenever possible so I can back that shit up. Burn it on a disc or something. Because, I mean, call me old-fashioned in this respect, but I like actually owning my shit instead of having any game I have tied to some kind of DRM service, whether it be Steam or something else entirely, but I don't really think I should. This isn't the time or place for me to get into any rants about my feelings on digital storefronts for games. That's a topic for a whole nother discussion. Point is, if they're willing to re-release these games on DRM-free platforms I have accounts on, I'm perfectly fine with buying these games again, just so I can get DRM-free versions. Make it happen, please. You got a customer here willing to double dip in your games. I don't think there's anything I'm really critical of when it comes to the game. There was really no elements to it here that was all that frustrating to me. And quick time events and enemies were not terribly difficult to deal with, and well, I just felt the story was an entertaining ride with a few genuine twists coming that I didn't quite see coming. Like the revelation of what Aya's father had in store for, well, Aya. Being perhaps my prime example. Cruel twist if I ever saw one. At least until I learned, well, Aya's mother was no saint either. But I'm not going to end up repeating myself. I think I've already beaten this particular horse to death at this point. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut things off here. This has been Mad Father. I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play if you stuck with it from beginning to end, or at least just checked out this video. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more content from me, then feel free to subscribe to my channel. Now on to my next game, whatever the hell it's going to be. Take care.